loves. In today's video, we are going to be reading a little bit of classics, some retellings, horror, and fantasy. We have quite the expansive TBR that crosses several genres, and I'm pretty excited about it. So get hype and let's get into it. Hello. Okay, I haven't really been vlogging, so it's nice to be here. We are currently trying to figure out what book I'm going to read next, because I'm not reading The Spite House yet. That'll probably be the last book we read in this vlog, which means I need to figure out. Here, I have updates for you. So first off, I started my day doing a little bit of planning and all of that stuff. I'm working on updating my planner system and also my reading journal system. So really excitingly, I ended up putting together a commonplace journal with a focus on book notes. And so instead of doing the cutesy traditional reading journal, I'm doing this more commonplace educational almost style with some images and whatnot, but the focus is more on capturing information from the books that I want to recall later more than anything else. So the first two books that I've done this with is Ring Shout by Peta Jelly Clark, which was a favorite from last year, along with Cast from Isabel Wilkerson, which another favorite, but this one in the non-fiction realm. And I actually haven't finished tabbing and annotating this. This is one of the things that I'm going to be reading this week, and you will get to see some of the annotating process along with whatever I end up reading from my TBR. I do have several book club books that I have to read this month. So The Spite House for Books and Lala's Literally Dead book club, which I'm a guest host on. I'm so honored. Can't even tell you, but I've been waiting to read this. I'm so excited to finally read this. And so I believe we're supposed to be doing that this weekend. So this will be a book that gets read this week. And then later in the month, I will be reading The House on the Cerulean Sea for the Besties book club. And then for the POC book club, we have Body and Soul Food, which I moved to later in the month because I want to post a picture to remind people to read it so that you guys don't miss out. So I'm excited about these. I'm going to try and do a bunch of cozy books this month, but these we're not reading this week. I also still have to finish The Book Eaters by Sunyi Dean for the Besties TBR exclusive video. And so I'll tell you guys my thoughts about it, but I'll go deeper into it in their video because I'm going to try and like vlog that and stuff, or talk about it. I don't know. I'm still figuring out exactly how to structure that, but I'm physically reading this, so it's slow going. I have the audiobook, but I wasn't vibing, which doesn't happen very often for me. But yeah, that was a thing. Oh no, I'm exposed again. This shirt is so cute. Fortunately, like there's stuff underneath here, but it keeps popping up and trying to give you guys a little peep show. I'm not here to give you a peep show. I don't know what the business is. I don't know what the business is. Anyway, those are the updates so far. Because I don't know for sure, I think I'm just gonna say that I'm reading Wuthering Heights and The Daughter of Dr. Moreau. And if that's all true, I will give you an update when I come back to tell you about the book. This intro is long, so let's get to the books. technically not reading Wuthering Heights yet. I am reading all of the information at the beginning of the Penguin Classics edition. Emily Bronte dies shortly after writing Wuthering Heights, and it's after her death that her sister, you know, says this is who wrote it. And so in it, she says of her sister, never in all her life had she lingered over any task that lay before her, and she did not linger now. She sank rapidly. She made haste to leave us. And I was just like, that is tragic, but also beautifully written. Just being all like, obviously when they found out that she was sick, things I guess happened really quickly, and that's really, really sad. But again, like I said, beautifully written. For now, I actually have to get to work, so I will probably talk to you around lunchtime. So I just realized that I'm in the middle, like actively in the middle of 3 books right now. I don't typically do that. Like, that is not a thing that I do. Who am I? Like, who is this woman? Hello, good morning. I'm gonna try and make this quick because I have a tendency to ramble and I don't find that very interesting to watch or edit. So let's quick sauce. First off, I have continued with Wuthering Heights by Emily Bronte. I'm enjoying this, except I absolutely hate our narrator, Lockwood. So far, 2 chapters into the actual story, because the whole first half is like information and extra bits, but only 2 chapters into the actual story, and this guy has managed to put himself into a couple of different uncomfortable situations, and then the way he handled them and how he reacted and spoke about the people around him was just obnoxious. Like, it's just all like, you did this to yourself. Why are you being such an entitled prick? Like, oh, he gets on my nerves. But the experience so far has been relatively fun, and I have had quite a fun time annotating. I started doing these little extra sheets for extra notes, and it's just been really enjoyable doing this. But yeah, so work's gonna start soon, and I wasted a bunch of time this morning trying to get this quote from this company, only to find out that they needed several more hours to do a presentation before they're willing to give me the actual quote. And so now I'm all like, out of principle, I kind of don't want to work with them because I think that was very slimy of them to go about it the way that they did. I will give you an update, hopefully when I am a lot further into The Daughter of Dr. Moreau. I'm like 2 chapters in, not even 2 chapters yet, so I don't really know what's going on yet. Yeah, that's my update for now. Since she doesn't want to stay too far underneath my table here, she has found a little place to hang out with me when I'm here in my studio working at my desk. So I think that's really cute, because previously when that was over here just out and about, she would sit on it sometimes, but most of the time she was all like, nah, I'm gonna hang out in the library or in your bedroom. Hello, good morning, mid-week check-in. So I wanted to dress up again, do something a little bit official before work. Today's a heavy meeting day, so getting all cute also is nice because so many people are gonna see me. Anyway, so how is the week going? I have made some progress into Wuthering Heights by Emily Bronte. I'm basically 2 chapters in, and as I mentioned, not a big fan of Lockwood. I keep wanting to call him Lockhart for some reason. Don't know why. I'm probably not going to finish this week, which is a little bit sad, because like I'm in my classics era. Like, I want to read more classics, so maybe next round or whatever we can focus on this, but I want to get through these. I did get a third of the way through The Daughter of Dr. Maru, I don't really know how to say his name, but by Silvia Moreno Garcia, and I am actually enjoying it. I do think I am correct that there is going to be some weird sort of thing going on between the 2 characters that are basically like 15 years apart, which not a fan, especially because he met her when he was 29 and she was 14. But most of the book happens when she's in her 20s, and there's a whole different love aspect that's going around, so I could be wrong. part of me wants to be wrong, except that on a weird side note tangent thing, I actually ship those two characters in terms of personality because I keep forgetting their age difference, and then I remember, wait, she was a child, that is weird. And so mixed feelings about this so far, but it is pretty interesting. There's these hybrid situations. I think it's more about them trying to save the facility than it is about trying to uncover what the doctor is doing, because they all kind of know. So that's an interesting take, and I'm interested in seeing how it goes. There is some misogyny and some issues that is going to be talked upon, along with like colonialism and racism, that I'm also interested in the conversations. So I will give you an update. I'm hoping to get further into this today, but whether I finish this or not, tomorrow we're starting on the Spite House because I need to finish this before Sunday. Tomorrow's Friday, and I have the 1 o'clock show with Kayla from Books and Lala, since I'm a guest host on the book club live discussion, which I am so honored. Yeah, this has to start tomorrow, especially because I do think I also want to annotate this book as well, since it is part of the book club. So even if I don't love it, it would be a good thing to keep for memory's sake. And then Saturday evening / Sunday, hopefully I can finish that. And that will be it for this week. So I'm really just trying to finish 3 books for sure, and then make additional progress in this. I've put Cast on hold because I'm behind. So I'll give you an update on how things actually go. That being said, I did get my book of the month book picks, which I'm pretty excited about because they are all by POC authors. I usually try and do most of them, but that doesn't always happen. So first one we have is Anna Maria and the Fox by Liana De La Rosa. Romance, historical possibly. Regardless, it looks super adorable and fun, so I'm here for this. Then we have Camp Zero by Michelle Min Sterling, and this one I almost want to say it's like a sci-fi, but I cannot remember. In a near future northern settlement, the fates of a young woman, a professor, and a mysterious collective of climate researchers collide in this mesmerizing and transportive debut novel. So northern Canada. And then we have Take My Hand by Dolan Perkins Valdez, and this one is another historical novel basically about a woman who is trying to fight for minority patients who don't really get the consideration. They're not considered important enough to most situations, and I think it's like a long life of her dealing with this, and it's years later and her looking back and finishing and relationships and stuff like that. And it's supposed to be harrowing and sad, but I'm excited. So I did get those, and since I'm in my dark academia cottage core fairy core era just like a long list of shit, I did also get myself some new plant babies. So I got a Chinese evergreen of a red variety. I forgot the actual name, I have it written down. And then I ended up getting a California Pathos. I believe both of these are technically poisonous to cats, not extremely so, but I need to keep them up high and away from my cat. My cat makes it really difficult for me to love plants. I'm actually thinking of getting like a terrarium so that I can have some of these in here. Maybe have something like in a terrarium right here or something like that, or maybe one on the shelf. But I have to be super careful around my cat. So right now they're just hiding on the top of a shelf in an area she definitely can't get. Because thank God my cat doesn't climb everything. Like she climbs a little bit, but she is very limited in what she climbs on. So if I put something high, she doesn't get to it, thank goodness. But yeah, I'm excited to grow my little plant family. And those are all of my updates. As I mentioned, today is a heavy meeting day at work. I do still have some time. I did do a bunch of video editing this morning, so I have to finish up doing some thumbnails, and then I'm probably gonna jump back into The Daughter of Dr. Moreau because I am enjoying it, and I'll give you updates later. Why are words so difficult sometimes? And this is going to need a different place, but they're a little cramped. I'm sorry. It's only temporary. But it's important that I keep it away from this turd. Boop, boop. Boop, boop, boop. It's almost like she's responding to me booping her. She's like, I am. You're making noise, Mom. Of course. Ooh, I should also get the thumbnail. What are we gonna do for the thumbnail? I think I should do like holding a book, reading some books. Maybe not focus this because I don't think I'm gonna finish this, but like Spite House, Daughter of Dr. Maru. I don't know. I don't know why I'm like actually gasping. The picture can't hear me. I can also use these for Instagram. That's an idea. I should hold one of the like more interesting ones. No, you know, like read it. This would be cute if I had tabs in all of them and I could just be like, tabs, baby, tabs, bitch. I feel like that's enough photo taking for now. We need to edit this video a little bit. How much time do I have? Ooh, I'm running out of time. Work is fairly soon. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Okay, plant baby unboxing time. Let's see. Okay. Oh, they chopped off the leaf right in half. The growing leaf. That's a little annoying. There's not much here. I've gotten a lot of plants recently, and this one's so far the most disappointing, but that's okay. My little plant baby. Calatheas are non-toxic to cats. They're very pretty. They do like humidity, which I don't have, unfortunately. Next one. Bit of a spill. Oh, we got a Makoyana. I've had one of these before. Much happier with this one. But this is a prayer plant, a Calathea Makoyana. I'm pretty sure it's a Makoyana. This one, I thought I was getting the like zebra one, and then when I ordered it and I was trying to figure out the exact information, I realized that it was random. So I'm actually really happy because I really wanted to get one of these. I am gonna need to vacuum because I'm making a mess. So far, pleasantly surprised because I got one that I wanted but wasn't expecting. This is the fiddle leaf fig. It does not look particularly good. I have to be careful about this one though because fiddle leaf figs are poisonous to cats. So I have to make sure that this stays away from my baby. It's got a ton of spots right now. It's been under a ton of stress. Plant babies for the win. Good morning. So today is Friday, which means it is the Spite House day. I have started reading The Spite House by Johnny Compton. I am annotating, so it is going to be slow going. I may or may not be able to do that for the full day. We will see. But so far I'm having a good time. I like the writing. I like the way things are being set up, and I'm really interested in seeing how things go. We haven't gotten to any spooky or scary stuff yet, so my opinions can change, but so far I'm enjoying it. As for the Daughter of Dr. Maru, I read nothing yesterday, so no progress was made on this as much as I wanted to. I kind of fell down a rabbit hole of houseplants, just a lot of things. So right now I am making myself some coffee. I don't have my normal sugar coffee, I just have technically actual coffee. So I just put a ton of sugar in here. I'm gonna put a ton of milk in it as well so that hopefully it's more diluted. So much for focus. And then I'm gonna get back to reading. So yeah, wish me luck. I have to get the entire book done by, let's say 12 o'clock tomorrow, because I don't want to down to the wire, you know? Okay, so I am not even a third of the way through this book, just under by a bit, and time is going by fast, first off, right? I'm 77 pages into it. I am having a blast, and I have experienced one of the few feelings of true unsettledness by something that happened. Borderline scared, like heart racing, really in the moment. Like, I read things that are scary and that I think about where I'm all like, objectively that's scary, but I have no feelings or emotions. Well, I may have, as I was reading very shortly this thing that happened, been like, oh, that actually kind of affects me. Like, it's affecting me. I am loving this. I'm loving this so friggin' much. I can't even tell you, but it's about work time. I'm gonna be reading this during like every single one of my breaks. You best believe. I am hooked. I want to know what happened. Holy cannoli, Batman. I love the way that Johnny Compton writes encounters between characters. I originally was just thinking how much I loved the relationship between Eric and his daughters, but in addition to that, like, I feel like all of the different interactions feel believable, at least. Like, I don't know, there's just something about it to me that feels like I'm really in it. Anyway, I'm enjoying this quite a bit. I'm gonna have to put this on hold for a little bit, so I will tell you when I'm further along how I'm feeling and what's going on. Hi, hello. It is still Friday and I have successfully finished The Spite House by Johnny Compton. I stayed up. It is a little bit past my bedtime, but I was into it. Guys, I did it! I'm very tired though, so I'm gonna go to bed now and I will catch you in the morning. Hello, good morning. So it is Saturday the 8th, which means that I am going to be participating in the Spite House live show with Kayla from Books and Lala and Jess from Jess on YouTube, I think is their new handle. And I am really excited. I finished this last night, as you guys saw, and I had a good time. I was a little bit disappointed because it was gonna be a 5 stars for sure. And even though I still absolutely loved it and really enjoyed it, ended up being a 4 stars in the end. I do recommend it. Fun time. And if you want to hear the spoilers, check out that live show. I'll have it linked down below if you missed it. As for this morning, I did continue reading The Daughter of Dr. Moreau. I'm not as into it as I was in the beginning. There are more hints and stuff about the relationship between the two characters that I feel are, it's just kind of weird. At this point, she's 20 and he's 35. There's a 15-year age gap. I'm not 100% sure if that is going to be the romance of the story, but it's fitting, like it makes sense. And if it wasn't for the fact that Sylvia Moreno Garcia keeps reminding us of the age gap difference, I would probably completely forget and enjoy it because I do like the characters. And if there wasn't that big of an age gap, I would be totally rooting for them. Not a fan. Not a fan at all, especially because I do like the characters, I like the dynamics, and I could totally get behind the relationship if they were closer in age. So struggling a little bit with that, if I'm being honest with you. And I do have a couple of hours before the live show today. I'm not really in the mood to read at the moment, so I'm actually thinking that I might edit some videos so that I don't fall behind on that and kind of relax for a little bit. So that's what I'm gonna do, and I will give you an update later. Yeah, okay, so I actually really liked it. So I gave it a 4 stars. It was leaning towards 5 stars for a majority of it. I really enjoyed the characters specifically and the interaction between the father and his daughters. Like, I would agree, I wouldn't necessarily say that the haunted house itself was super scary, but there were some elements that I really liked, and overall I had a good time.
Yeah, you go first.
I had one that was wasn't that. I actually really liked the scene where, I think it was the first one of Max Renner, and it was Jen Renner losing. That got me. Okay, just finished the live show. That was a lot of fun, but definitely want to say a big thanks to Jessie and Kayla. This was so much fun hanging out with them, and yeah, it was a good time. I really want to do more collabs. You know what's so funny? Earlier, I don't even know if it's in this vlog or my bestie vlog, I was trying to talk about how I want to do more collabs and I couldn't remember the word collab for the life of me, and it just came like nothing this time. Why are words like that? Like, sometimes easy, no problem. But yeah, this was fun. I had a great time. I'm a little hot and sweaty. I need to put away some of my books. And then I was thinking of being responsible, keep my life in check. So I'm gonna do the boring stuff, and then hopefully I'll start reading some more later, and I'll give you an update then. Boop. Good morning. morning. It is Sunday, the last day of this vlog. I still have 2 books to finish and I am well into One Dark Window by Rachel Gillig. I have been reading for the past, I guess, 2 hours. I am annotating, but because this is a Fairy Loot edition, it's really just post-it notes because I don't want to ruin the book, but I'm loving it so far. So if you don't know, this is a story about a world where magic is considered an infection and the only kind of approved magic are these whatchamacallit cards. They're like such a big part of the story and I forgot what they're called. Of course, but there's the Providence cards, I think they're called. And we have a character who was infected but went under the radar, and so she has a special ability and it has given her basically a nightmare in her head. And there's a lot of really cool things that are related to that, but somehow she has been put in front of the path of a highwayman who is not a good person in this world, or at least highwaymen in general, but he doesn't quite fit the bill. And so there are some interesting things going on, an alliance sort of thing that's being made, and everything is still kind of being set up and whatever. There is definitely some romance brewing and I am here for it. I'm loving this. I'm loving this. Apparently it's the first in the series though, which is heartbreaking. I really do hope that Fairy Loot puts out the rest if that is the case, because I would like to have a matching set, but at the same time maybe I could get some soft covers. Paperback, that's what it's called. I love how I always forget that paperbacks are called paperbacks and I called them soft covers instead. You know what? It makes sense. Hardcovers, hardback books, you know, it's only logical that the alternate would be soft. Anyway, you get the point. You get the point. So yeah, I want to continue the series and I haven't even finished the first book. Like, I'm in it. I'm in it. I'm in it. This is a fun time. So I think I'll be able to finish this in the next couple of hours. In addition, I am a little bit less than halfway through the Daughter of Dr. Moreau. I'm not as excited about the book as I was earlier on. I guess I'm kind of just like worried about some of the aspects, but hopefully if I finish One Dark Window pretty quick, I will jump onto this. But yeah, feeling good. It's a good start to the day. Oh, also before I forget, yesterday I got these cute little vases to put some of my plants in. Apparently calatheas specifically thrive really well in water. This one's already, well, beforehand wasn't doing very good. It's got a couple of questionable leaves, but it also has some gorgeous leaves as well. So I don't know, we will see. So I just wanted to test it out. This one, I have a feeling that before they rooted it in the soil, that it may have been water cultivated, because I kind of think these might be water roots, but I have no clue. I am not a plant person. This is all new to me, but I like the little vases and I'm really excited to see if this works. I'm gonna try and do this with literally all of my plants. The rest I'm gonna see if I can propagate. You have to give them fertilizer if you do this long term. It isn't the easiest thing in the world, but I think it's a lot easier for me, as specifically for certain plants. Plant updates. That's it. Let's get back to reading. Okay, hi. I took off the dust jacket. I'm continuing with One Dark Window. It's several hours later. I should have been done, but I took a couple of breaks. My mom called me, was worrying about some other stuff, so not quite done, but I am pretty close. So I imagine I can finish the rest in maybe another hour. I don't know. I am still enjoying it. Tensions are raised, things are happening, consequences are coming, and I am very interested in seeing where it takes me, but I'm also interested / nervous knowing that this is the first in a series, and I don't know what kind of series. Is this a duology, a trilogy? I typically am only interested in those. Anything longer, not sure. Not sure if it's for me. Don't know if I have the patience, especially if I'm gonna have to wait. I'm enjoying it. I love a lot of concepts. It's inspired me tabletop role-playing game situations. But yeah, that's how my mind is. That's one of the things that makes me excited about fantasies. This in itself could just make for a fun campaign. I will let you know how I feel when I finish it. So I guess let's tell you. Future me, what do I think of this book? Future me here. And it is update time. I did it. Finished the book. I always find it interesting when a book I'm feeling kind of like so about in the beginning ends up being a book that I absolutely adore. This book slaps. Like, yes. I am so excited to continue this series. I did look it up. The next book comes out this year in October, or at least that's the case right now. I do know another book that I was waiting for later this year did get pushed till next year, so hopefully that doesn't happen with this one because I would like to continue. Yes, I enjoyed it. I want more. Dude down. 1 to go. So that means all we have left is the daughter of Dr. Moru. Oh God, I struggle with this name every single time. And it's funny because when I first got the book, I felt like I was like, yeah, I got it. It's Dr. Moru or whatever. And now I'm just like in doubt. But I will admit, even though I'm planning on going to this next, kind of don't want to. Like, there's a small part of me that wants to leave this book here and not see where it goes. Because I'm kind of nervous, if I'm being honest. I am nervous of the direction that it is heading. But we're here. It's a good time as any. Might as well see how I feel about it. I guess we will just jump ahead and let future me take the reins. So future me, how's it going? How is it going? It is the future. And I have in fact finished The Daughter of Dr. Moru. This is a surprising struggle that I didn't think that I would be having this week. Anyway, I finished it and I actually ended up really enjoying it. I would have enjoyed it more if 2 of the characters were closer in age. It ended up not being as much of an issue as it fell throughout. There are some things I'm still not necessarily happy about, but fortunately the book kind of went in a different direction and I am very happy with that. I'm happy with what happened for the most part. And I feel like it was a good time. So right now I am thinking a low 4 stars. Like, I still liked it. I did have a gripe. But overall, it was good stuff. Like, I ain't mad at it. So that means we did end up having a pretty successful week, surprisingly. I ended up finishing a 5-star and 2 4-star books. I also made progress on a classic, and I am excited about starting some books next week. Maybe in the cozy fantasy realm. So if you're interested in that, stay tuned. If you stuck around this long, do a house emoji down in the comments. And I will catch you in the next one. Until then, bye!